The class spy. Section Berkelium was known for its energy, humor, and occasional chaos. Their advisor, Mr. Albert Drio, often joked that they were a walking storm. Yet, for all their noise and mischief, he always seemed to know what was going on in his class, even when he wasn't around. Unbeknownst to most of the students, this was thanks to Ian, a quiet, observant boy who had taken it upon himself to ensure Mr. Drio always knew the truth. Ian didn't see himself as a snitch, he thought of it as being helpful. "I'm just making sure the class doesn't spiral out of control," he reasoned. Ian's system was simple: whenever something unusual happened, like Eric bringing in a pet hamster or Ella setting off a glitter bomb during a math quiz, he'd jot it down and discreetly share it with Mr. Drio after class. Things were going smoothly until strange accusations started flying. One day, Wayne, the class president, slammed his desk and declared, "We have a spy among us." The class erupted into whispers and side glances. "It's probably Leo," someone muttered. Leo, a loud and slightly reckless student, blinked in confusion. "Why me?" "You're always snooping around, laughing like you know something we don't," Wayne accused. The class murmured in agreement. Leo, offended, fired back, "I'm not a spy. If I were, do you think Mr. Drio would still let me keep my slingshot collection?" But the damage was done. Over the next few days, everyone started blaming Leo for Mr. Dryo's uncanny knowledge of their antics. Leo found himself ostracized, no one wanted to partner with him, and people started whispering behind his back. Ian watched the scene unfold, guilt gnawing at him. "I have to fix this," Ian thought. One day, during a particularly rowdy free period, Ian stood up. "Everyone, stop." The class fell silent, all eyes on Ian. He rarely spoke up, so this was unusual. "It's not Leo," Ian said firmly. "I'm the one who's been telling Mr. Drio what's going on." The class froze, stunned. "What?" Wayne exclaimed. Ian took a deep breath. "I wasn't trying to get anyone in trouble. I thought if Mr. Drio knew what was happening, he could guide us better. But I didn't think it would make things worse for someone else." Leo, still processing the revelation, crossed his arms. "So, you're the spy?" Ian nodded. "Yes, and I'm sorry I didn't admit it sooner." The class exchanged looks, unsure how to react. But before anyone could say anything, the door swung open, and Mr. Drio walked in. "What's all this?" Ian stepped forward. "Sir, it's my fault. I've been telling you what's happening in the class, and everyone thought it was Leo." Mr. Drio smiled knowingly. "I already knew it was you, Ian." The class gasped. Ian blinked in surprise. "You knew?" "Of course," Mr. Drio said. "I'm a teacher. I know when someone's trying to help." He looked at the class. "But Ian wasn't the only one keeping me informed. I've had my ways of observing what goes on here." He pulled out a small device from his desk drawer, a camera. "This isn't just any camera. It's a live feed that records the classroom during my absence. I installed it months ago to ensure everyone was safe." Ian just confirmed what I already knew. The class erupted into laughter, realizing they'd spent days blaming each other for nothing. Ian smiled sheepishly. "So, I wasn't really a spy?" Mr. Drio shook his head. "No, Ian. You were just a good-hearted student trying to do the right thing. And as for the rest of you," he added, addressing the class, "maybe now we can focus on working together instead of tearing each other apart." From that day on, Section Berkelium became more united. Leo forgave Ian, the class forgave each other, and Mr. Dryo's secret camera became a running joke. But most of all, Ian learned that honesty and trust were far more effective than secrets, even when you're just trying to help.